Another one of those preachy videos that will tell you what to do and what not to do. No, I'm joking. Hello everyone, it's Seeking Jess and I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, it's one of those rainy days, one of those days where I don't want to leave my house, just want to stay in, under my comfortable blanket, on my couch. But you know what? I decided to film a video for you because there's something that I really want to speak about. Basically, with the title, you already kind of know, how to fail at veganism. And it's more of a kind of talk that I want to have with you guys. Also because I feel like this is kind of the perfect moment to do this kind of video. Why? Because I have been vegan for almost a year now. And yes, for some people a year might not seem a lot. I believe it is a lot because changing your diet in such a way that you can, keep it up for a year is quite a thing. The actual topic that I want to talk about is why other people fail at veganism. I have spoken to a lot of people in this year. I have spoken to a lot of open-minded people that really wanted to listen to me and wanted to get to know the reasoning behind me, becoming a vegan and the health benefits, or basically answering questions that I am not deficient in protein and not deficient in any other nutrients. Those kind of questions that every vegan can understand. But what I want to address here is that, especially when vegans become vegan or when non-vegans become vegan, they become very passionate about the topic. And I've been there too. A new world opens up to you and you think you know best. And as soon as someone comes up to you saying that, what you're doing is very drastic and how can you not eat meat and you're gonna eventually be sick and all of that stuff, a lot of new vegans react in a very aggressive way. And I was one of those. I really wanted to preach to everyone and be like, no, this is the right thing because this and this and this. And with that, I realized that I might have scared a lot of people away because I forgot that I used to be one of those non-vegans. In our world, in the world that, most of us grow up, it is completely normal to eat meat and to eat dairy products. This is how just it has been for many years. So we need to understand this, and we need to understand that it is not only a change in diet, it is a complete change in the way people view the world. And by understanding that it's not only a diet change, but it is a whole complete, change to, you're basically trying to change a habit, then we can maybe approach it from a different perspective. But why people fail at veganism, and there are more and more videos of people out there that they're saying, they're no longer vegan. First of all, when non-vegans become a vegan, they're used to have their meal planned around some animal product. So it's either way fish and then they have a side, or they have a steak and then they have a side. Each dish usually is, based around an animal product. That's the staple in a diet. And this is where the problem comes when non-vegans turn vegan overnight and then they don't know what to eat because they just cut out the meat product or the animal product and leave the side, and they think that a green salad with a little bit of tomatoes is what vegans eat, which is completely not true. A whole food plant-based diet, let's say it that way, is covering all of the nutrients that your body needs if it's done right. So there are categories that everyone should eat on a vegan, or I would say a whole food plant-based diet. And those categories are vegetables, fruits, grains, legumes, and nuts and seeds. If you cover those 5 categories per day, you are, I'm telling you, 80% to 90% covered in all of your nutrients that your body needs if you do it right. If you do it right, you can go up to 100%, but define a perfect diet. A perfect diet is very hard to achieve, but this is what I'm trying to say, is that people take out, the product that they think has always been their staple in their diet, and that's completely fine because that was how it was with me as well. And then they don't know what to add because they haven't had maybe done the research, or they just never have been exposed to it, that food can be so diverse and has to be so diverse, you know? So that's why it's so important to know exactly what to substitute with what, and there's so many different ways of creating amazing dishes with those 5 groups of food that everyone should be consuming. I've mentioned in another video that there's a difference between a vegan diet and a plant-based diet. The difference is that a vegan diet does not always mean healthy. Usually a plant-based diet, if you have a whole food plant-based diet, should cover all of those 5 groups that I've just talked about. But it took me a while to also understand that, and for a long time I would overeat on one food and not eat another food, and you know, just mix it up a lot and try to find the right way of eating, until I discovered that there is a good way of balancing all of those foods out throughout the day, because it's actually very, very simple. Also, when we all of a sudden start consuming more of those whole plant foods, for a lot of people that come from a very animal-based diet will have or might experience some digestive issues, because they're not used to consume that much fiber all of a sudden. But fiber is what our body needs so much, and unfortunately in our Western society we do not consume enough fiber. We consume way below the daily recommendation. So it's completely normal that our body needs to adjust, but our gut is something that adjusts very quickly, especially when it comes to clean food. So when you start eating this clean food, your body will need some time to adjust, but usually it will probably be less than a week, and then all of a sudden you will feel great. Again, everybody is different here as well, so you will need to find you know, a way of finding the right food for your diet as well, and the way you maybe combine specific foods, because everyone is different. But just try not to limit yourself, especially when you come from a very heavy animal-based diet. You know, continue eating those fruits, eat more vegetables, you know, eat rice, pasta. So that was it for my video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, that would make me super happy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.